Isn't it a shame when the brilliant colors of fall fade, leaving our landscapes looking, well, a little empty? We spend so much time and effort planning for the glorious burst of spring and the lush abundance of summer. But what about the rest of the year? What about the months when the temperatures drop and the world seems to go gray? What if I told you that your fall garden isn't the end of the show? It's just the beginning. What if the secret to a beautiful winter garden isn't about adding new plants, but about a simple shift in how we see the ones we already have? Today, we're going to step way beyond the usual fall mums and discover the incredible perennials that will not only burst with color in autumn, but also provide stunning structure and quiet beauty all winter long. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which plants to add to your garden to keep the show going, no matter the season. You'll be able to create a landscape that holds a little bit of magic, even under a blanket of snow. This is the secret to a garden that truly gives back all year long. Let's get started. 1. The underrated queen, Panicle Hydrangea. First up on our list is a plant you might think you already know, the Panicle Hydrangea. Now, this isn't your grandmother's hydrangea that only blooms in summer. This is something far more special. While its large, cone-shaped flowers start out a brilliant white or lime green in the summer, they perform a beautiful trick for us in the fall. As the days shorten and the nights get cool, these blooms transform into a dusty rose, a rich tan, or a deep bronze. They're like living pieces of art, aging with grace. But here's the magic. These flowers don't wither and fall off. They dry right on the stems. They become these beautiful, sturdy architectural elements that stand tall against the wind and snow. Imagine your garden in January, a crisp layer of white covering the ground, and these wonderful dry blooms holding firm, catching the light and casting incredible shadows. It's a silent show, but one of the most powerful. And the best part? They're incredibly tough and reliable. You can plant them in full sun to part shade, and a little pruning in early spring is all they really need. This is a plant that truly gives back, with winter structure that requires no effort from us. It's a gift. 2. The timeless sentinel, Autumn Joy Sedum. Next, let's talk about a classic for a reason, Autumn Joy Sedum. You've probably seen it everywhere, and there's a reason for that. Its journey is a beautiful one. It starts the season with these thick, succulent leaves, then forms these broccoli-like green flower heads. But just when you think its job is done, it begins its transformation. By late summer, those heads burst into brilliant, dusty rose domes that are an absolute magnet for bees and butterflies. But don't you dare cut them down. The most beautiful part is yet to come. As the weather turns cold, those flowers dry and turn a rich bronze. They become these perfect little sentinels, standing guard over your garden all winter. Their strong, upright stems hold fast, creating a wonderful, textured landscape when everything else has gone dormant. You can even see them peeking out above a thin layer of snow. This is a truly perfect plant if you want a reliable, no-fuss perennial. It's drought-tolerant and thrives on neglect, so you won't have to do a thing. It's one of those plants that reminds us that there's beauty in every stage of life. 3. The silent feast, Coneflower. All right, my friends, let's turn our attention to the beloved Coneflower or Echinacea. We all know and love their cheerful, purple petals and that iconic spiky cone in the center. But for a long time, we were taught to deadhead these flowers to get more blooms. I'm going to challenge that idea. What if we left those beautiful cones right where they are? When the petals finally drop, they reveal these incredible, dark, textured seed heads. They look like little architectural masterpieces in the garden. They stand tall and proud, giving your garden a sense of depth and structure long after the blooms are gone. But here's the most emotional part. By leaving these up, you're not just adding winter beauty. You're also providing a welcome feast for our little garden friends. Finches, juncos, and chickadees will come flocking to your garden all winter to enjoy the seeds. It's a simple act of kindness, a beautiful gift for the creatures who share our space. It's a reminder that our gardens are more than just a place for us. They are a vital part of the natural world, a sanctuary for everyone. For the golden beacon, black-eyed Susan. And speaking of leaving things standing, let's talk about a true garden workhorse, the black-eyed Susan. We all know its cheerful, golden yellow petals and dark brown centers that light up the late summer garden. But just like with our coneflowers, the secret to its winter power is to resist the urge to cut it down. When the petals fade, what's left behind are these wonderful, sturdy, almost spiky little cones. They're like tiny, dark sculptures on the end of a strong stem. And here's where the real magic happens. When the first dusting of snow arrives, these dark seed heads absolutely pop against the white backdrop. They become these little beacons, creating a sense of life and structure when everything else is bare. They're a reminder that beauty isn't just about vibrant color, but also about form and texture. This plant is so forgiving. It's happy in almost any soil and loves a sunny spot. It'll spread over time, creating a beautiful meadow field that's just as stunning in its quiet winter state as it is in full summer bloom. 5. The grand finale, Aster. Now, if you want a plant that gives you one last spectacular burst of color, look no further than the Aster. When almost everything else in the garden is winding down, Asters arrive like the grand finale of a fireworks show. They blanket their stems with a show of purple, pink, or white flowers that are an absolute feast of the eyes and a vital resource for the very last pollinators of the season. These flowers are more than just a pretty sight. They're a lifeline. As the days grow colder, the last of the bees and butterflies are desperately searching for nectar, and asters are there waiting for them. It's an act of deep kindness to our pollinator friends, and their presence brings a certain feeling of peace, knowing that we've helped the little ones get ready for winter. They're easy to care for too. Give them a sunny spot, and they'll reward you with a spectacular show year after year. To keep them from getting too tall and floppy, you can simply pinch them back once or twice in early summer. I hope these ideas are sparking a little bit of joy and inspiration in you. If you're enjoying these tips and feeling excited to bring some of this beautiful winter structure into your own garden, let's keep this community growing. A simple like on the video helps us reach more gardeners just like you, and if you subscribe, you won't miss our next gardening adventure together. 6. The Whisperer, Miscanthus grass. Let's shift our focus now to something that brings not just visual beauty, but also movement and sound. I'm talking about ornamental grasses, and one of my favorites is Miscanthus. There are so many varieties, but I especially love Morning Light for its silvery, graceful blades. As a plant, Miscanthus offers a sense of drama and scale. It can grow quite tall, forming these elegant clumps with plumes that rise up like feathery fountains. In the fall, those plumes catch the golden light in the most beautiful way. But in the winter, that's when they truly come alive. On a cold, quiet morning, you'll see the wind gently swaying the dry blades and plumes, creating a sort of silent dance. And on a breezy day, you can hear a soft, whispery rustle that is one of the most peaceful sounds in the garden. This is the kind of plant that makes you want to step outside and just breathe in the crisp air. It's a gentle reminder that even in stillness, there's movement. 7. The gentle giant, Joe Pye weed. Let's talk about a plant with real presence. Joe Pye weed. This is a tall, stately perennial that just commands attention. In late summer, it's topped with these huge, billowy clusters of dusty pink or mauve flowers that are absolutely irresistible to butterflies. But when the show is over, those flower heads turn into these wonderfully fluffy, persistent seed heads. They look like little clouds of cotton candy on top of strong, upright stems. They hold their shape and structure all through the winter, providing a wonderful textural contrast to a flat, snowy landscape. And, of course, the birds adore them. They'll be on those seed heads all winter long. This is a plant that adds a sense of power and a feeling of giving back. It's a testament to the fact that even the grandest plants can have a gentle and nurturing spirit. 8. The unassuming hero, Liatris. Let's talk about a plant that often goes unnoticed until late summer, but its true power lies in its quiet resilience. I'm talking about Liatris, also known as blazing star. It emerges from the earth as a humble clump of grass-like leaves and then, as if by magic, sends up these magnificent, fuzzy spires of purple flowers. They are a sight to behold in full bloom, attracting butterflies and hummingbirds that buzz with life. It's a moment of pure, vibrant energy in the summer garden. But as the blooms begin to fade and the leaves turn to brown, Many people are tempted to cut these stalks down. Don't. That is the moment when this unassuming hero begins its most important work. What's left behind are these wonderfully strong, upright stalks, covered in what look like tiny button-like seed heads. They stand so straight and tall, adding a spiky, vertical element to the winter garden. They look like little exclamation points against the flat landscape, adding a sense of punctuation and structure. But the most heartwarming part is the gift they offer to the creatures of our world. I can tell you from my own garden, the birds absolutely adore these. Cardinal sparrows and finches will perch on the tall stems, swaying in the wind, pecking at the tiny seeds all winter long. It is a moment of pure, simple joy to watch them. It's a reminder that a garden is so much more than a place for us. It's a living ecosystem, a sanctuary for all. By leaving these stems to stand, we're not just adding winter beauty. We're performing a simple act of giving that nourishes the life around us when they need it most. It's a quiet, beautiful thing to do. 9. The winter sky, Amsonia. Here is a plant that is a true three-season wonder, a gift that keeps on giving in ways you might not expect. We all love Amsonia, or blue star, for its elegant, starry, soft blue flowers that emerge in the spring. They feel so delicate and fleeting, like a whisper of the sky in our garden beds. Then, through the hot summer months, it forms a lovely, fine-textured mound of deep green foliage. It's so well-behaved and neat, a true backbone plant that provides a lush, tidy contrast to all the wild blooms of summer. But don't think for a moment that's all it has to offer. The fall and winter are where this plant truly shines, and is an emotional journey to witness. As the days shorten and the air grows crisp, its foliage begins a spectacular transformation. It turns a most incredible, brilliant golden yellow. It's a color so bright and pure, it looks as though it's lit from within, like a beacon in the fading light. When the low autumn sun hits it, it practically lights up your whole yard, bringing a warmth and glow that you might not have thought possible. It's a moment that feels like a final, beautiful goodbye from the sun before winter sets in. After the leaves finally fall, its beautiful, vase-shaped structure remains. The intricate, almost woody stems hold their shape perfectly, creating a striking architectural form that adds a sense of grace and elegance to your winter landscape. It's a quiet testament to the idea that even after the outward show is over, the underlying structure of a plant can be a thing of profound and lasting beauty. This plant is a true gift, a living reminder that there is beauty to be found in every single season. 10. The silvery ghost, Russian sage. Let's move on to a plant that brings a different kind of beauty, one that is as much about feeling as it is about sight. I'm talking about Russian sage. In the summer, it's known for its long, wispy spires of lavender blue flowers that float above its silvery foliage, creating an airy and ethereal effect in the garden. They are so delicate, so fragrant, and they just seem to shimmer in the heat. But in the winter, this plant performs a total transformation. After the flowers fade, the stems and foliage turn a stunning, silvery white color. They stand tall and ghostly, creating an ethereal, almost magical look. On a foggy morning or a day with light frost, the silvery stems catch the moisture and glow with an otherworldly light. It's a peaceful, calming presence in the garden, a quiet reminder that even in the absence of vibrant color, there can be a profound kind of beauty. It's the kind of beauty that you can feel, a sense of peace that fills your heart on a gray day. Russian sage is also incredibly drought-tolerant and thrives on neglect. This is a plant that will give you so much joy with very little effort. It's perfect for those of us who want a beautiful, low-maintenance garden that still feels full of life and character. This plant teaches us a wonderful lesson, that the most beautiful things can sometimes be the most simple and resilient. 11. The living mosaic, Heuchera. And finally, let's talk about a plant that gives us something to love all year long, Heuchera or coral bells. While most perennials disappear in the winter, leaving us with a blank canvas, Heuchera is an evergreen hero. Its real strength is its stunning foliage, which comes in an incredible range of colors. Forget simple green. You can find them in deep purple so dark they look almost black, in vibrant limes, in rich oranges, and in marbled reds. Every single one is a tiny work of art. In the winter, when the rest of the garden has gone to sleep and is just a memory of what was These beautiful leaves remain. They provide a much-needed pop of color and life at ground level. They hold their color even under a light layer of snow, peeking out like little jewels. Imagine a path through your garden with a scattering of these colorful mounds peeking out. It's an instant dose of joy on a gray, quiet day. They are the living mosaics of our garden, an anchor of color and life. This plant is so versatile, perfect for borders, containers, or even those trickier spots that get a bit of shade. And the best part? No maintenance required. It's a true hero for year-round beauty, a gentle reminder that a garden can hold a special kind of magic even when we least expect it. As we wrap up our journey today, I hope you've been able to see your garden in a whole new light. The plants we've talked about today aren't just for a single season. They're for a lifetime of joy and wonder. The secret is to simply leave them be and let them show off their quiet, winter beauty. It is a gift we give to ourselves and to nature. I'd love to know what you think. Which of these plants are you most excited to add to your garden this year to extend the beauty into the winter? Let me know in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going and build a community of gardeners who find beauty in every season. And if you're ready to bring more of this year-round beauty into your landscape, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a single one of our easy gardening ideas. Remember, gardening doesn't have to stop when the cold weather arrives. With just a few of these special perennials, your garden can have a beautiful, quiet strength that brings joy and life all year long. A little bit of thoughtful planning now can lead to a lifetime of beauty down the road. Until next time, happy gardening, my friends.